like to contribute to Dan's what is Dan's card. I make fun of your yellow tablets, but I'm very happy that you are always organized. I'd also like to say that I love that you accept my lack of cooking ability and cleaning, and I appreciate how well you have helped raise our 3 children. The funny memory I have about you is when we got engaged and we went to my parents' house to tell them our announcement, we went into the kitchen and you opened a bottle of champagne and shot it at my father. So that was really fun. Have a happy birthday.
Hey Dan, happy birthday. Hey, I still remember my best memory of you and me golfing at Aaron and Gary's pre-wedding golf outing, where you scammed me with a little setup with Bill Broderick, my brother-in-law, where you fooled me to believing that you had bet hundreds of dollars on him, with him, and he lost. You guys took me all the way to the cleaners on that one. Best memory ever. Great golf outing. Have a happy and wonderful birthday. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, Dan. You and I go back a long way. We first met in 1969 as Pledge Brothers for Delta Upsilon at Northern Illinois University. It continued as roommates at International Village, where we met these 2 cute girls, Carla and Sue, who lived down the hall, and you and I were smart enough to marry them. Now, Amanda, on the eve of your 69th birthday, has asked us to share our favorite memory about you. When I think about you, the one thing that always comes to mind is sports. Whether it was baseball, basketball, or football at Northern Illinois or at International Village, or whether it was racquetball that we played in the mid-70s with Carla and Sue and our newborn babies, Amanda and Chris. That was our Friday night dates. Or whether it was skiing in Colorado, where we started in college and would get there every year, until which time you decided to sell your place in Colorado without even asking us if that was okay. And also your lifelong passion of golf, which started with the Scahill Open in college and continues to this day with the NIU reunion for the golf outing in October. So although the physicality of the sports may have diminished over the years, the competitiveness that you had when we were younger stays with you through sports till this day. Amanda also asked us to share what we admired most about you. Now this one was a little tougher to come up with, but after I thought about it, what I thought is that Dan has never met a stranger that he didn't feel the need to talk to. And sometimes what he would say would make us cringe, sometimes it would make us think who's going to throw the first punch, and other times we would just roll our eyes and think, how did he get away with saying that? But at the end, that stranger quickly became a friend who laughed along with us. So Dan, what I've admired most about you over these years is your ability in social settings to make people feel comfortable, sometimes with your corny jokes, sometimes with your wit, but you always made everyone feel welcome in any social situation. So, on your 69th birthday, Carla and I would like to wish you a very happy birthday, continued health and prosperity, and we are happy to celebrate this day with you. Take care, buddy.
Well, Dan, Fran and I have had many good times in the 40-plus years since Sue brought you on board. Dinners before the kids, fun in Wisconsin with the kids, spring break with all our kids and grandkids. Well, we picked a few highlights you might not have thought of in a while.
Spring break around 2002.
Sure, you remember. Whoa, wait. It wasn't San Jose, it was Palm Springs, home of the sun, fun, golf ball fishing, the nest, and especially dancing. thought for sure we'd see you on MTV the next day. Yes, Palm Springs was definitely outstanding. Adults only, fun and sun. Then another trip was San Francisco, and it had its craziness. But I was left alone to rein you and Brad in because Sue was still busy teaching. Lucky Sue.
And then there was Las Vegas golf. I don't even remember all the details, but I do remember our X-rated golf partners and their 24-hour exploits. I guess what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh, by the way, Dan, I wanted to talk to you about this. Do you remember when I asked you to get that demo day job for Brad to get him out of my hair? Well, you know, I am eternally grateful to you for that, but come on, it's been how many years now? Am I done making those monthly payments to you yet? Well, as I said, we have had some fun and crazy times, but really, you had to go and buy that Florida house? So now spring break is always with the kids, and they are watching our every move we make. No more dancing on the ceiling. I mean, count
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan.
All right, so happy birthday, birthday boy, the big old 69, huh? I know you probably feel like you're getting old and you go off and you sell Steamboat because of that reason, but in all honesty, you went out at your highs. I mean, that last year down there, those buttery turns you had going down Heavenly Days drove the women nuts down at Slopeside. I don't know why you sold it. You should have doubled down and got a bigger place and had more of your buddies out there. Anyways, happy birthday. You know, we're putting these videos together for you, and Steamboats were some great times, golfing were some great times, so many things I appreciate about you, but the one thing that I still can't understand for the life of me is, you know, we've known each other for 25 years now, and when I started dating your daughter, and what I can't figure out is I started coming over back then when I was in high school. You know, I was either driving my car with the music jamming and the bass pumping, or I came over on my motorcycle. I was smoking cigarettes back then, and you still let me date your daughter. I don't understand why. I've got 4 daughters now, and I don't think there's a chance something like that would happen. And then to take it a step farther, I go to Iowa. You know, Amanda, Iowa wasn't even on the radar, and then at the 11th hour, she decides to go to Iowa as well. I mean, if my daughter chased a guy to school, I would lose it. So, in all honesty, that's one of the things that I really, really do appreciate about you and love about you, that you were open enough, or at least you understood your daughter enough, or something, because in the long run, things really worked out for Amanda, myself, and, you know, I couldn't be happier to have you as a father-in-law. You know, I feel like you've brought me into your family, you've treated me like one of your own, you know, literally since day one, and even more so now, and from the bottom of my heart, that's one of the best things ever, and you know, you've taken care of me, you've taken care of my family, take care of your grandkids, and I couldn't ask for more. So happy birthday. Thank you so much. I love you, and I hope everything is cracked up to be.
Hey DJ, how are ya? You know, when I think about your name, the word partner comes to my mind. Not only were we partners in Chicago as sales rep, and then for 13 years you as my sales leader, but partners on a golf course. And I think that's just as important. You know, when I think about partners on a golf course, I think about the outstanding victories that we accomplished. First one was at Ojai Valley, when you and I took on those 2 Canadians in the Ryder Cup thing, and it was kind of a tradition where the company would have a Ryder Cup match where the USA would pick 12 players from our sales force, and we played 12 players from Australia or Europe, or in our case, it was the B players that were picked. Those guys like us were like between 6 and 12 handicap. We took on the Canadians, and we kicked their ass. I couldn't believe it. You played really, really well, and we kicked their butts. I think we beat them 1 up. You made a nice putt on the last hole. We carried our team, and it was great. And the other thought I have about partners on a golf course, well, you and I were partners about 3 years ago down in Naples when we partnered up in that event down there. And if I had not missed that 4-footer in the last hole, we would have won it. We got second place. It was great. And more important, being partners in Chicago from 1983 until 1996, working side by side as reps in Chicago. And then from 96 until I think 2009, you was my sales leader. And I got to tell you, I couldn't think of a better person to work side by side as a rep. And then for the last 13 years, as you as my sales leader, you were outstanding and did a great job. You were a collegial sales leader, and I really enjoyed working for you. You were outstanding, did a great job, and I just wanted to tell you that I value our friendship immensely, and I wish you a very, very happy birthday and many, many more, my friend. Take care.
Happy birthday, Papa!
So what are some of your favorite memories or things that you love about Papa?
I love how you're always really precise and you think of all the details like involved in plans or stuff so that we have the best time.
I remember when we used to go down to Steamboat, we would put on the door of your guys' bedroom, no papas allowed.
Yeah, and you all dress up in your room.
I like how you always have a thing of jelly beans.
Is that one of your favorite things? What about you, Abe?
I like it that like whenever we're playing hide and seek on board, I know
Yeah, what was one of your favorite ones? That was awesome. You went cool. Awesome. So you guys love your Papa?
Yes.
Hi Dad, happy birthday. I want to share with you some of my favorite things that I love and appreciate about you. And I know I often give you a hard time about these things, and yet they are the same things that I love about you so much. You give so much attention to detail. For instance, I remember one of my favorite memories was the speech that you gave the night before Mike and I got married at our rehearsal dinner. It was so thoughtful, it was funny, it was short and concise. It really kept people engaged and showed how much you cared about both of us. And that was such a pivotal next step of my life, kind of moving on to a completely different phase. So that always stands out to me as one of my most favorite things that you have done. And it was just an example. I mean, you go above and beyond with remembering to call all of the girls on their birthday, with having jelly beans in stock at your house all the time that the girls love, with all of the details that you plan for our family when it comes to traveling and experiencing trips and family vacations together. And most importantly, you have role modeled for Mike and I how to have a really supportive, just great family life. I mean, I've learned so many things from you about how to take care of a house and how to maintain it and take pride in our house, and how to have, just setting good examples for the kids. And I always know that I can come to you when life gets challenging. I've had many kind of bumps in the road and things that haven't been easy, and you've always been there for me, that I can come and talk to you and have really true heart-to-heart conversations. I appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate the insights and the knowledge that you share. And I love you, Dad. Thank you for everything you have done for me and for Mike and the girls. And I hope you have a great birthday.
Hey, Dad, happy birthday. Just want to take a minute to say thank you and let you know how appreciative I am of basically the way you raised us and how you always took time and made family a priority in your life. That kind of dovetails into some of my favorite memories. Not really one in particular, but I would say a combination of times up at the lake house. I think our family was really able to enjoy that and brought us much closer together. And also all the sporting stuff that we did. You took a lot of time and dedicated time to coaching us, and not only were you a great coach, but provided a great example for me growing up. And I think it was a great experience. I just want to say thank you for that. All right, love you. Have a great birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa. One of our favorite memories with you was going to Florida and going to the beach. What was your favorite memory, Declan? Beach. What did you like doing at the beach? Swimming? Yeah. You like swimming at the beach. My favorite was playing in the sand. Happy birthday, Papa.
Hey Dan, Jerry Gutschall here to wish you a happy birthday. You've been a great friend of mine for 50 years. Can you believe it? 50 years? One of the many things that I admire about you is your ability to strike up a conversation with anyone, anytime, any place. And I've learned that you do that with the use of humor. And so I've tried to emulate that, obviously nowhere near your level of expertise. So here's to you, buddy. Happy birthday. I love you.
Hi Papa, just sending you a quick message to say happy birthday and to thank you for everything that you do for our family. We really appreciate it. I know we probably don't say it often enough, so thank you very much. And thank you and Nana, but thank you for providing me with an amazing husband, my partner in crime, and assisting us with building such a beautiful home. To raise our family and to continue our future together. So we appreciate everything you did to make our family what our family is as well. So put down your phone, stop listening to these videos, and get back to that laminated yellow to-do list. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Hi Dan, this is sous chef extraordinaire Duper. Just checking in to wish you a happy birthday. You know, you're responsible for starting my career as a cook. We were in Florida and you had a wonderful meal planned. Everything was going smoothly. You had to run an errand, so you put me in charge. Your instructions were fairly explicit. At 6:30, Duper, I want you to take this casserole and put it in the oven. At 6:45, take it out, stir it up, put it back in. At 7 o'clock, take it out, put some tin foil on it and let it sit. I did everything explicitly, just the way you told me to. You came back, put your oven mitts on to handle that hot plate, picked it up and, Duper, this thing is cold. What happened? And I said, well, gee, Dan, I did everything except, nobody ever told me I had to turn the oven on.
Thank you for inviting us over for the parties and all the food, and thank you for inviting us to Florida, and I love driving those race cars with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa, for buying me the tickets to go out and see the dolphins on the Wave Runners. And I love when you invite us over to your house to see you, and it's so much fun. Happy birthday.
So happy birthday, Dad. Amanda set this thing up. What do I appreciate most about you? I would have to say your commitment to family and friends. Everyone loves you, and anyone you come across just thinks you're a really great guy. You bend over backwards for your family and everyone you know. Really appreciate everything you do for me personally and for our family. My favorite memories, there are a lot of them, but my absolute favorite had to be football. With you coaching and me and Gary playing and all of our friends, and it was like the most fun, and the practices and the games and the team was good. It was just a lot of fun. And then I also liked when you coached baseball too. I was the catcher, obviously. That was so much fun. But I really appreciate all of that. I just want to see if I can flip this around. Oh, it won't let me flip it around. But here's some of my favorite memories. So I just want to say happy birthday, love you, and many more good years ahead.